Hey, I'm Big B and I Brick, and I had a question. So, Ask Big B is, hey Big B, my stack-ons are coming apart, and how do I put them back together? Is it worth it for me to try to repair them, or should I just go get another one? Well, in my opinion, because I'm a fix-it guy, is fix that sucker. You know, these might come in at $13, and the welder might come in at about the same price, and you might be like, oh, well, I'll just do that. Well, you got to remember that over time, stuff separates, they're under pressure, there's force coming down on them, and with you going in and out of the drawers, it puts additional stress on them. So you want to make sure that actually you do this before you hang your stack on full of Lego, because these large 18s actually can weigh in excess of 50 pounds. The example I'm going to use here is the original 18 drawer that I ever did before I had a plastic welder. So I just wanted to go in and document it a little bit for you, and hope you sort of can get something out of this. If you have other brick store related questions, even if they're not directly related to sales, I'm happy to answer them. This was actually a really good one that I've been waiting a little bit of time on to do, because I knew that post move I'd have a couple of these that, as I was hanging them, might need a little repair work. So about 5 minutes of work, you're good to go. Here's how I did it. Roll the tape, Johnny. All right, so we've got it all set up and ready to go here. This is my box that needs a little bit of work. As you can see, the connection points I've taken somewhere. This is the first box I ever bought that was an 18, so it's been hanging for a while, and this was not one of the ones that I did a plastic weld on previously. I cannot find my plastic welder because it's in the garage with everything else that's tools that I have way too much of. But we picked this up. It's like 13 bucks on Amazon. Just went and got the super cheap one, but as you see, when you plug it in, blue green light comes on, shows me that it is heating up. So we're going to go ahead and let this heat up a little bit. I've got some wood down here on my work surface, just to make sure that I don't mar the rest of the table, because we do have limited space. Luckily, this is a no mess solution. So I'm going to stop right now and let this heat up for a second. All right, I'm going to do this really fast. I should not actually be having the piece down there, but I'm just taking wire brush here, just scuffing the surface. It's always good, to join two things together. I have a slightly uneven surface, so there's a good bond for it to get to. And I will not only do this on the inside or the outside, but also down here on the inside. Get that as well. This can be done with any kind of plastic. I have no idea what kind of plastic this actually is. Ooh, that is hot now. Almost burned myself. It does come with a lot of these extra welding rods, which is just a soft plastic that you can use along here. I don't think it'll be necessary with this. We're going to give it a little whirl here. So there it goes. You see the tip is pointed, and what you're doing is you're using the tip of this. Try to get in there. Ooh, definitely warm enough. Look at that. All right, get the cord out of the way. Get started with our adventure. Turn it this way so you guys have a better view of everything. All I'm doing is making this joint one. This can produce a little bit of smoke. So if you do have anything around, tuck that. You're going to want to make sure you open a window or something. Alright, like I just did. Alright, I've got about a quarter of it done, but as you can see, right there, that is good. And here's the other side. We're going to get that now. You really don't need to put much pressure on it. The videos that I've seen have they tell you just a couple, about 5 foot-pounds pressure. Right. We are almost complete here. And you're not really welding the plastic, you're melting it. If I were doing something that was going to have a lot of vibration or shock or something like that, I probably would go a little bit deeper and really press down on that. Don't really need to. This is just a nice simple weld. Reinforce what's already there. And the other side is complete. Alright, now here's the tricky part. Let's see what I can do with the inside. Alright, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but where there's a want, there's a way. Well, there's a will, there's a way is actually the correct terminology. But about down here, sort of tack welding inside. Making sure that this is as secure as possible, because the last thing we want is for this thing to fall off the wall. Alright, so we have a secure connection point there now. Secure connection point there now. The plastic's already cooled. This is smoking. I'm going to go ahead and unplug it and let it cool down. Now this set did not come with a stand or anything like that. Oh, wait a minute here. Where's the box? It might have actually came with a stand, and I'm ignoring it. Oh, it did. It came with a stand, which will heat up as well, because it's made of aluminum. I'm going to press it right there. Alright, we're going to let that cool down, and then we'll go back to the other video shot thingamabob, whatchamacallit. Alright, so we're back with the other shot, whatchamacallit, doohickey. And as you can see, this now is fully solid here. This is back to being full coach put me in the game weight as far as strength, whatever you want to call it. Actually did a pretty good job with the weld. I'm impressed. If I weren't doing it on the camera, I definitely would have had the angle set a little differently, like just putting it down like this and going in there and doing it. But I wanted to get the shot on camera. You can tack weld plastic really easily, and I suggest that you do that if you've got something that's completely in half. There's also a lot of other more advanced methods that you can do if you have more problems. In other words, there's different tips, there's different tools, and there's also the option to grind down where the weld needs to be done, especially if you're going to be using a welding rod. But this is just a really simple, quick fix. This should be able to get your stack-on back in the game, and if you have any other questions at all, feel free. Don't forget to title the question, Hey Big B, what do you do? And I'll answer your question. All right, that's it. That's all. I'm Big B, I Brick. Thanks for joining.